It is day 2 in Atlanta and we are about to go see some more apartments today, so I'm super excited. I don't know how I'm gonna format these videos. I guess we'll find out. But my outfit is super cute, so I wanted to show you guys. I'm wearing these jeans from Fashion Nova that I got ages ago. Louis Vuitton bag. I don't remember which one this is. It's the Pochette or something. I just need to get the zipper fixed. And then this top is from Shein. So this is what I'm wearing, and then I'm wearing my Express sandals, which I got, I guess, like a year and a half ago or so. They're already starting to fall apart. But for breakfast, I just had some eggs. I'm not bringing too much with me today. I was originally going to go to a Lifetime Fitness like right after I finished doing these tours, but they make the process like really difficult to just go and use the gym for a day. Like, the lady sent me like an email with like this questionnaire that I had to answer, and then she was saying like, does 4 o'clock work? And the tour ends around 2:33, and to be honest, I'm trying to avoid the traffic to the best of my ability, so I might just go to the gym tomorrow because that's like a whole thing. But I did want to bring like something to eat maybe in between the tours. So I started eating my salad yesterday. Unfortunately I poured the dressing all over it, but at least I could throw it in the fridge. So I'm just gonna bring this with me, and the Airbnb host has a bunch of plastic silverware, so I'm gonna bring this, hope that it doesn't get too hot in the car. And then I'm just gonna bring a water bottle. I was drinking some wine last night. This stuff is really good. It's the original Dark Horse. If you didn't see my first vlog, I really like Pinot, so I picked that up. And yeah, I just had eggs for breakfast. So if I decide to gym, which is highly unlikely, then we'll just have to come back here first and I'll get dressed, just because I don't know, there's too much uncertainty and I'm not really quite sure what to expect. Update time. Something I'm finding with a lot of these apartments is that they're going really fast and the websites are not updating fast enough. So I went to go and look at the Hawthorne at Claremont. Very weird area. It's funny because like when I was looking at apartments, I would look at what was nearby, and I found that this one was just near nothing, and I couldn't figure out why. And it's because it's literally right off of the highway. So like you turn off, so you're on the highway, then you turn off the highway, and then there's a separate road that takes you towards the apartment, and then there's another road that takes you back onto, I think it was either 75 or 85. I don't remember. I am not used to the highways yet. I don't know what any of them mean. But it was one of those two. I know that they're heading in the same direction at some point when it's going north. I probably sound so stupid to people who live here. And so, yeah. So that you literally see like the wall that they have to put up whenever there's a highway by neighborhoods, because as I was driving down, there were neighborhoods, there were apartment communities, and so this one was almost at the end of the street. It's like one of the last turns before you just go and take exits back onto the highway again. And it was just so odd. Like you drove in and it's really nice. Like I drove around so you guys could at least see it, because when I went in, I told the lady I was looking for a 1-bedroom, like under $1,200, and she was saying that the last one that they had was for the end of August, which is way too soon because it's literally like August 16th right now. In traffic, you're 45 minutes from Buckhead and an hour from Midtown. And then without traffic, you're like 15 to 20 minutes away. So it's not even like you can just like swing around the corner to go somewhere. The next one that I'm going to is in, I think it's back over in the Lindbergh area, kind of. Oh no, it's actually in Briarcliff. So right now I actually just drove to Buckhead because I wanted to look around. dying. I don't know what like the actual vibe of Buckhead is, but I was at the Shops, which is basically just like the luxury stuff, which was kind of cool. They have some nice restaurants. Prices are obviously a little bit higher, but honestly not too bad. But I just walked around, looked in some of the stores. They had like an authentic designer shop with pre-loved items, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I just don't like really know what the vibe is. Like, is that all of Buckhead? I have no idea. If so, oh my God, where are the keys? I'm dying. I kind of understand why everyone keeps telling me Midtown. We just went to see one in Briarcliff and I loved it. The community is so nice. It is more of a suburban feel. Don't know if that's what I want. We'll have to figure that out when we go to Midtown. So I only saw 2 today. Obviously the first one was a fail because they didn't have any models to show me, but this one that I just saw is so nice. They have 2 pools, clubhouse, they have key fobs for like everything, like you have to use it in order to get inside, any of the amenities. The only thing is my unit won't have a washer and dryer, but they said that I can just, you know, buy my own. I'll probably just buy a used dryer if I do that. So I think I might actually apply for that one and the one that I saw yesterday, because their application fee is only $85 instead of something ridiculous, and I could definitely swing that because he said that if I at least apply, that it'll be off the market, and that's all that I want. One of my friends from DC, Grace, told me to come to Pond City Market, so that's where we are now. I'm excited to see what's in here. I'm starving. It's 3:15, so we'll see how long I stay here. It's gonna depend on the traffic vibe going down to East Point. Back to my car now. I was just hanging out in the marketplace. It's so cute. I sat outside for a while and I was sweating to death, but I just needed some air. I've just been looking at other apartments as well. I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up touring all of these, but I'm gonna get home and I'm probably still gonna have to look for an apartment because these just come and go so fast. But it's good that I like know the areas because that's all that I cared about. That's the only reason why I came here. There's tons of virtual tours. Why am I out of breath going down the stairs? I just genuinely like need to know what the area is going to look like. Exit to street. Where's the garage? I somehow did not see this pay for parking sign and I got so lucky. Literally the guy was walking around this area, like, he hadn't got into my car yet. He was heading over here. I've been parked here for a hot minute. It is 5 o'clock, so I got really lucky. I hate getting charges when you have a rental. It just makes everything so difficult. And they charge you for getting a charge, and then you also have to pay said charge. I want to give you guys an idea of how much it is to live in Baltimore or DC, so you understand how cheap I am. DC studios start at $2,000 for 300 to 400 square feet. Yeah, 1 bedrooms start about 2,400. You can find some for cheaper, but then you're not in a good area, and it's DC, so you really do have to be careful. If you're not from the area, it's better to just splurge. And then in Baltimore, 1 bedrooms are like 1,400. So Atlanta for me is already so much cheaper, but I am also cheap. So like, I really don't want to pay more than 1,200 if I don't have to. But a lot of the places in Midtown are expensive. One thing I'm thinking about now is, while weighing my options, obviously gas. If I'm not driving as much because I can actually walk to these locations, that's a whole thing that I don't have to worry about. The gas mileage on my car is phenomenal, so I don't think I've ever spent more than $35 on gas anyways. It is day 3. Let's go. Hoping for some good luck today. We are going to look at all the apartments closer to Midtown. So after being in Old Fourth Ward yesterday, I just kind of came to the conclusion that I need to be in the city. So we're gonna have to drop some cash because I am not dealing with the traffic. I'm just not gonna do it. It's just not gonna happen. And I need to be able to walk to stuff. Like, that's just something that I genuinely want and need. And it's something that I'm not gonna give up. Like, it's a necessity. So we're gonna be looking at some that are in the Sono and Old Fourth Ward area, Piedmont Heights, and then near Marietta. So there's actually 2 of them that don't have ones that are even available right now, but what I've found is that these apartments go so fast, and I really do want to be able to tour it if possible. Obviously the ones that I've gone to that I haven't been able to see in the tours, they did at least have, what am I trying to say? So what I found is that for the apartments that didn't have tours available, at least I was still able to see the area. So these first 2 apartments that we're looking at are actually very close to each other. These are in between Old Fourth Ward and Sono. So I'm excited to see this one because I actually have a bunch open for the end of October. And this was actually my #1 from the very beginning. I've changed my mind and gone back and forth, but this is kind of like a gut feeling type of thing, so we'll see if I like it. Already looks beautiful, lots and lots of trees, but still like walkable, tons of sidewalks everywhere, and is very city-like. So I like that. That's like my vibe. I'm like, I want nature, but I also want walkability and still feel like I'm close to everything and not just like in a community, like gated away in like the back of a neighborhood. So as of right now, those apartments are 100% the highest on my list. They were the first ones I ever found. And I kind of loved them ever since I saw them. I just thought they were kind of expensive, but now I'm kind of getting the whole gist about, you know, being close to stuff within walking distance, and I understand why it's a little bit more expensive. So the one that she showed me was actually a 1 bedroom because they didn't have any studios open. So they have some ready to lease, but no one is like moving out or has moved out, so they just didn't have one open. So the one that I would be getting was between 550 and 560 square feet. I don't remember exactly, and it's going for 1,190. So that's kind of to give you a gist. She told me it's actually not in Old Fourth Ward. It's actually a little bit closer to like the downtown and Sono area. So that's good to know because I was a little bit iffy about that complex and the one that we're about to see right now that I just rolled up to, because I know I've had a lot of people tell me that Old Fourth Ward, it's not very walkable at night. I mean, like a lot of cities, like you shouldn't walk around at night, but people are like, absolutely do not walk alone once the sun sets. And then they also have like parking lots all around, so it's first come, first serve. The monthly fees included are obviously your power and gas. It's just based on your usage. There's a one-time setup fee for water and sewer, and then it's just $5 a month. Valet is $25 a month, so they do valet trash. They have like a little baskets outside of your apartment you can put your trash in. Parking is $20 a month, and you can park in the garage or in the lot. It's all the same price, which is amazing because usually they'll charge you more for one or the other. And then pest control is $4 a month. So I didn't think that was too bad. It does go over $1,200 after all of those fees, but I still, you know, like wanted to include it in this because I think it's a really good deal for what you get. So this complex was nice, definitely a lot smaller than the rest that I saw. This one has under 200 units, but they have a pool, they have a little gym, they have like a little mail section, just mailbox literally right by the leasing office, and the apartments are a pretty good size. So the one that she showed me was 750 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath, and the price range for that is around $1,200. And then she also said there's another one that's 540, which is under $1,200. So there's nothing available, but she said that there should be some coming up in the next couple weeks that would be leased for October or November. And she said they're probably going to be a lot cheaper just because, you know, people don't really move at that time. It's a very weird time to move. People don't like to move once it starts getting a little bit cooler, and most people don't start leases, you know, and again until like January. So we are now at our third one. This one was 6 minutes away from everything else. This one is in a much better area, which kind of makes sense why this one is more expensive. But so far, just from like seeing the street and like how close it is to everything, I already kind of like it. I don't know what these apartments look like because when I found them online, there were no photos. So I just signed a lease for that apartment, so I'm definitely not going to tell you anything more about it, but it is absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with it. So I got the studio. This area is pretty nice. It's definitely like, might be a little sketch to walk around at night. It doesn't look like it is, but it's literally like a 5-minute drive to Midtown, which is incredible. And honestly, I just don't want to spend more than $1,200 in my base rent. And I love the studio. I love that it has a wall in between, because every studio I've been seeing, I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna set this up because it's hard when there isn't some sort of divider. Obviously you can end up buying your own and they sell them for pretty cheap, but it's just another thing to pay for. I found my home. Now I'm officially moving. I think I'm gonna go to Piedmont Park now because everyone keeps telling me to go and I don't have to do anything else now.